Welcome back. My name is Danielle and I'm your community yoga instructor. Come join me to do a head-to-toe yoga practice. So you'll need a mat, a yoga mat, or 2 yoga blocks. As an alternative, you can use a beach towel or 2 water bottles. So we'll begin by laying on our back. So come down slowly. Once you arrive on the floor, just take a moment. You can have your knees bend or legs straight on the floor. You can place your hands above your on your belly, one hand above the belly and one just below it, or right on the floor with the palms facing up. Close your eyes, or you can just gaze towards the ceiling if you feel uncomfortable with your eyes closed. Once you've kind of gotten there, just take a few moments to kind of just relax and start to breathe, right? We want to bring awareness to our breath. And when we start doing that, right, we slowly begin to become present in our practice, right? Being present in the moment with yourself. Okay? Remember, this is your practice. So it doesn't matter whether you do 5 minutes, 10 minutes, right? It's just the acknowledgement that you came and you arrived and you took initiative to give yourself this practice. So again, just take a deep breath in through the nose and then exhale. If you do have your hands on your belly, it's a way to feel engagement with your breath, right? Because you feel the belly rise when you inhale, and when you exhale, you feel the belly fall back down towards the spine. So that kind of physical awareness with your breath. Just a few more moments here. Try to release and let go of anything you've held on to this day or yesterday or the past couple of weeks. Just knowing that you are here should feel much better than you did maybe 5 minutes ago. Just a few more moments here. Don't worry, at the end of the practice, we'll meet once again over here, so just be patient. Good. And then if you have your eyes closed, start to wink them open. If you had your legs straight on the floor, go ahead and start to bend your knees and have your feet planted on the floor. It should feel a little different from legs straight to knees bent. And then from here, go ahead and start to hug your right knee towards your body. You can hold behind the thigh or right underneath your knee where your shin bone is. Relax the shoulders. Again, just a passive hug here, pressing gently your low back into the ground. We tend to have a little gap here, so when we press our low back, we start to lengthen our spine. And then just roll your ankle a few times. Oh, mine cracked. Maybe wiggle your toes, and then go ahead and just switch the direction. And then slowly pause and go ahead. Let's hug our left knee towards our body. Again, hold behind the thigh if you can't. Keep your right foot on the floor with the knee straight up, and then start to roll your ankle. Again, wiggle your toes, and then go the other direction. Oh, there goes my ankle cracking again. It's okay. And then pause. Send that foot down, and then go ahead, see if you can hug both knees evenly towards your body. Again, hold behind the thigh or right underneath your knees, perhaps interlacing the fingers. And then take your time, move from side to side. Nice massage on your entire back. Good. Now from here, you're gonna slowly pause in the middle. Go ahead and bring both feet down. and either turn to the right or to the left. And then we'll come to a tabletop. So your hands on the floor, spread your fingers, knees underneath your hips. When I arrive in this tabletop, it gives me an opportunity to really start to create some strength in my arms and prepare my hands for weight, because we do a lot of stuff with our hands, like planks and down dogs. So this is my time to really kind of spread my fingers and at the same time move my body from side to side. A time to be kind of playful here. So I like to, again, either side to side, forward and back. And don't let your head hang, right? Lift the head so the crown of the head faces forward. And then rocking forward and back gives me that rooting down with my fingertips, and again, giving my hands that weight to prepare them. Good. And then from here, once you've done that, we're going to go straight into a down dog. Now, if down dog is too much, go ahead, bring your big toes to touch. Widen your knees, and then you're gonna come into a child's pose where you rest your forehead on the floor. So this is a more gentle way to kind of take it easy. But if you feel up for it, you can inhale to a tabletop, tuck your toes under, and then slowly come into a down dog with the hips going up. Because this is, this might be your first down dog, you might want to bend your knees and separate your feet just a little bit. Firm your arms, spread your fingers, bend your knees. And then if you want to, go ahead and release one heel down and then the other, pedaling down. Again, just take your time, spread your fingers, firm your arms. Lift the hips high. If you're in your child's pose, keep resting your forehead on the floor and extend your arms forward, as if you're trying to reach the top of the mat, but you don't move your body. Now from here, I like to warm up with a few plank poses. So we're gonna do about 10 plank poses, and I'm gonna modify in between if it becomes a little bit more challenging. So for our first plank, we're gonna inhale, shift forward. You might wanna adjust your legs here, maybe your hands. So just like I mentioned earlier, where we start to bring weight. So this is our first plank pose. It's a really strong pose. If you need to modify, send your knees down, but not on a tabletop. So still engaging your entire core here. As you exhale, either come back to a child's pose or your down dog. Okay? So that's one. Let's do 9 more. Inhale. Again, spread your fingers. Don't let the hips hang. Exhale back to your down dog or your child's pose. Inhale again, and then exhale. 3, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, 4, and exhale again. You're either going from a child's pose to a modified plank. Inhale, 5, exhale. Inhale again. And exhale. Inhale again. Exhale, belly nice and strong when you come into your plank pose. Inhale, 8. And exhale. Inhale, 9. And exhale. One more. Inhale, fire up those thighs, belly in, arms strong, and exhale. down dog or child's pose. Let's take a few moments here. Take a deep inhale through the nose and then exhale it out. Now, if on your child's pose, come back to your tabletop and then look forward, everyone, and then walk your feet or step forward to the top of your mat. Now, once you're here, separate your feet, bend your knees, and just fold over your legs. Let the head hang. You can grab at the elbows, create a swing like. And again, just stay here. When you're ready, go ahead, release the arms down and slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Let the head be the last thing that comes up. All right, so now we've done that, kind of warm up a little bit. Let's go ahead and we'll do 3 half sun salutes. You can start off with legs slightly apart, or you can already go into legs together. I like to start off with slightly legs apart, then I'll transition to legs together. So from here, spread your toes. You did 10 planks, so continue that engagement in your core, but release the tailbone down, okay? When you're ready, you're gonna circle your arms out to the side. Inhale, reach your shoulders down and reach your fingertips up. From here, part your arms out to the side, bend your knees, fold at the hips and fold forward and then bow. From here, lengthen, slide your hands up your shins and knees to create a flat back tabletop. Again, don't let your head hang. Lift it up so the crown of the head faces forward. As you exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slowly come back up. Reach your fingertips up. Shoulders go down, palms together. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. As you exhale, bend your knees, fold forward and bow. Come halfway up, lengthen. Exhale, fold, bend your knees. Inhale, come all the way up, circle. Bring your palms together and exhale. Now I'm gonna work with feet together. But again, you can keep your legs slightly apart, okay? Remember, you wanna spread your toes, so take your time to focus on your toes for a bit. From here, inhale, circle your arms up. As you exhale, bend your knees, fold at the hips with a flat back. A slight bend on the knees still works. Come halfway up, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach. And then exhale, palms together. Good. Now, we're gonna do another half sun salute, but this time we're gonna do some plank poses again. So, inhale, reach. As you exhale, bend your knees. Again, fold forward at the hips, not at the waist. Come halfway up, lengthen. As you exhale, bend your knees a lot and start to place your hands on the floor. Step your right leg back or right knee down, and then step the other leg back or left knee down. Come into that modified or full plank, hold it. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, down dog or child's pose. And spread your toes. Again, you did this just maybe about a minute ago. Good, let's do 5 more. Inhale. And exhale. Good way to warm up and to create heat. And then exhale. 3 more. Inhale. And exhale. Whew. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. And 5. and exhale. Sometimes you just need to keep count because I'll either skip or I'll add one more plank. So if you need to count, go ahead and count. Take another inhale and exhale. Good. Look forward and then slowly start to walk your feet forward. Come halfway up, lengthen. As you exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up, and exhale, hands together. All right, from here, we're gonna go ahead and turn to the widest part of your mat. So we're gonna go into our hip openers. So we're gonna go into a warrior two pose. From here, widen your stance, bring your hands to your hips. Okay, and then from here, you are going to turn your left leg out to the side with the knee and the toes pointing to the side wall. Your right hip is gonna go in with the slight turn on your feet. So you wanna take a peek and make sure that you have a heel to arch alignment, that they're intersecting, and spread your toes. Lift that hip, because what happens is that hip falls, so lift it back up. You did 5 planks just right now, so engage your core. Arms out to the side. You can turn to your left fingertips or look forward. Now slowly inhale, bend your knee, and again you want to stack the knee over the ankle. Keep your right leg nice and straight. And then exhale, press up. We're gonna do 4 more. And exhale, come up. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Good. If you want to work those arms, because I did say from head to toe, you're gonna keep your arms where they are. If you need to relax, go ahead and bring your hands to your hips. With your arms out to the side or your hands out to your hips, turn your feet forward just to kind of parallel them for a bit. Now, turn your right leg out to the side and your left foot in. Again, what we do on one side, we do to the other side. So, kind of adjust your stance here. Spread your toes. Again, we're doing 5. So, inhale and exhale, come up. Oh, there goes my ankle again. Inhale and exhale. 3 more. Inhale and exhale again. If your arms are getting tired, just take another deep inhale and exhale. 1 more. Inhale and exhale. Now you can relax your arms, parallel your feet forward, and then walk your feet, either heel toe your feet together. Kind of walk it off a little bit. So we got another set, okay? Go ahead, if you need to take a break, go ahead. You wanna continue, widen your stance again, hands on your hips. Let's do our left side. Left leg out, right foot goes in. Arms straight out. When you're ready, inhale. Keep your right leg nice and straight. Exhale, come up. Inhale. Exhale. You want the knee to track back. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. 1 more. Inhale and exhale. Good. Now, keep those arms there. Again, we're working here. Let's go to the other side, your right side. Again, spread your toes. Keep those arms reaching out to the side. Take a deep inhale. Go down and exhale. Come up. Feel your legs getting strong. Inhale. Exhale as you come into your warrior two pose. Inhale And exhale. Feel a little bit stronger than you did, 5 minutes ago. And exhale. Or a day ago, who knows? Inhale and exhale, only you know. And then slowly reach your arms down. Parallel your feet and then walk your feet in heel toe, heel toe. Okay, so from here, you're gonna go back to the top of your mat, also known as Tadasana, mountain pose. We're gonna do a chair pose. Now, I will be at the top of the mat, but I'm gonna do this one facing you, and then I'll come back facing the top of my mat. So chair pose. Good way to strengthen your thigh muscles as well as your upper body, okay? So you can work with feet together or apart. I'll start with feet slightly apart for now. Once I get to the top, I'll go for legs together. So chair pose, just like it sounds like, you're gonna sit as if you're gonna sit on a chair, but you don't have a chair, so just be careful, okay? So where you have to really activate your entire body so you don't fall back. So from here, your hands on your hips. You're going to bend your knees and sink your hips back, again, as if you're gonna sit on a chair. You want to really glue your feet down, so really root down to your feet, spread your toes. Keep your hands on your hips if that's more comfortable for you. You can bring your hands in prayer pose in front of you with the elbows out to the side, or you can bring them up in front of you, okay? So this is a chair pose, okay? And then to come out of it, you're just gonna stand up. So now I'm gonna go up to the top of my mat, and I'm gonna do it with legs together, same thing. Okay, so that was one. Let's do 4 more. Okay, so from here, inhale, come into that chair pose. And as you exhale, slowly come up. Again, inhale. And then exhale. We got 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. We got 1 more. Inhale and exhale. Good. Walk it off a little bit. Now we're gonna do our half sun salute to transition to the floor. Okay. So from here, feet together or slightly apart. Reach your arms up. As you exhale, maybe bend your knees, or if you feel like you can straighten your knees, that's fine. Fold. Come halfway up, lengthen. Exhale, fold, and step into your modified or full plank pose. And as you exhale, back to your down dog or your child's pose. Now from here, you might want to take a baby step forward with your feet. If you're in your down dog, if you're in your child's pose, come into a tabletop. You're gonna step your right foot in between your hands. Now, if it doesn't reach forward, go ahead and bring your left knee down, grab your right ankle, and just walk your foot forward. This is where you might wanna go ahead and grab your 2 blocks or your 2 water bottles and just have them right next to one on the outside and one on the inside. From here, you can definitely keep the left knee down, or you're gonna tuck your left toes under and then lift it up. So what you wanna do here is you wanna fire up that left thigh going up, but the right hip is sinking back in and then down, really giving you that stretch in your thigh muscle. Maybe your hip flexors, the area where you bend at the hips, those muscles that are tight. You don't want to let your head hang. Right? You want to lift the crown of the head to face forward. You want to firm your arms almost as if you're in that plank position or that tabletop. Hold it here. Take another deep inhale and then exhale. Got 1 more. Inhale. Now, as you exhale, send that left knee down. Move your props to the side. Bring your hands down and then bring your right foot back. Either come back to that modified table plank pose or in a full plank. Exhale into your down dog or child pose. Take a moment here to breathe. Doing the same thing we did on the right to do on the left. So maybe step your feet just a little bit in. Step your left foot in between your hands. Again, if it didn't reach, bring that right knee down, grab your ankle. Grab your props, your water bottles or your blocks. Arms nice and strong. Stay with the right knee down or go ahead and lift it by tucking the toes and then lifting the knee. Hold it here. Really firing up that right thigh and that knee, that left hip coming back in. Hold it, take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Again, deep inhale and exhale. And then going to transition safely, bring your knee down, props to the side, hands down, left leg back, either to that modified plank, which I'm gonna do, or full plank. Exhale, down dog or child's pose. Good. Take a moment here. Catch your breath, either in your down dog or child's pose. Look between your hands and then walk forward. Once you're at the top of your mat, either feet together apart, come halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach your arms up. And then exhale, hands together. Again, inhale, circle the arms up. As you exhale, bend your knees. Take your time to get there. Fold forward. Come halfway up. Exhale, fold. And then again, step into your plank pose. Modified or full. Keep your entire arms nice and strong. Legs nice and strong. Inhale. And as you exhale, come back to your down dog or child's pose. If in your child's pose, come into a tabletop. This time, you're gonna do this again. Step your right foot in between. And if you're gonna modify again, keep your left knee down. Either way, start to walk your hands up your right knee. If you're gonna do the full pose, do a little bend on the left knee and then start to walk your hands up your hips. So we're gonna go into a crescent pose. Keep your arms here at your hips, or you can reach them up. So I like to bend my left knee only because I have really tight hip flexors. So bending my knee helps me to make sure that my pelvis is reaching down, my tailbone down, and I can lift my pelvic bones up and really lengthen in my spine. Again, take a deep inhale. As you exhale, carefully bring your hands down. Transition to your full or modified plank pose. As you exhale, down dog or child. And then from here, let's do the left foot. Goes forward. Modify, send your right knee down or a slight bend. Make sure you have a good stance because sometimes we can wibble wobble and we lose balance, which is okay because it happens. From here, walk your hands up your knees and hips, okay? And then stay here or reach your arms up and over. Again, you wanna find balance, right? You might wanna smile because it's good to smile while you're practicing. Kind of takes a little bit of the edge. Whew. Again, take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, hands down. carefully transition to your modified or full plank pose. I will modify. And then from here, I'm just gonna go straight into a child's pose, and you can go into a down dog. And then slowly transition to a tabletop if you're in your plank pose, if you're in your child's pose. If you're in your down dog, step or walk forward to the top of your mat, feet together apart. Come halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach your fingertips up. And then palms together, exhale. Now, this might seem a lot for you, so go ahead, close your eyes. Keep your hands in prayer pose. Legs together or slightly apart, and close your eyes. Just take a few moments here in Tadasana to find some peace and quiet after moving a lot. Sometimes we just need to pause for a moment and return to our breath. Once you've done that, go ahead, wink your eyes open, bring your hands down. We're gonna do 5 more chair poses, and then we'll start kind of coming down and relaxing. Okay. So from here, either work with legs together apart. Inhale, chair pose. And exhale, stand up. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, come up. Let's do 3 more. Inhale and exhale, stand up. Inhale and exhale. We got 1 more one. Inhale. Good. And then from here in this chair pose, all you're gonna do is you're gonna part your arms, fold forward, maybe straighten your knees, get a good hamstring stretch, or keep your knees bent, fold forward. Come halfway up, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Let's do 1 more plank pose, modified or full. And this last plank pose, let's hold it for at least 5 breaths. If you need to get out of it, go ahead and rest in child's pose. If not, stay with me. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, 1. Come on, we got this. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Fire up those thighs, and exhale, belly nice and strong. Inhale. And exhale. Whew, we got 1 more. Take 1 more inhale. And then from here, send your knees down and exhale. Everyone, send your knees down, rest in child's pose. What you can do too is you can cross your arms and rest your forehead underneath. You can grab your block and rest your forehead. Let's take a few moments here. It's kind of calming down. Right? Good. Then slowly start to sit on your heels. So yoga is like climbing a little hill or a mountain where we start off on the ground and then we start to hike up, walk up. And then we get to the top of the mountain, right, when we're doing all our poses. And then once we're up there, we want to come down, right? It's our cool down, right? Getting ready to reach the finish line, right? So right now we're just gonna have your feet in front of you, knees bent, hold behind your thighs, and then use your arm to help you lengthen and sit up nice and straight. And then from here, just slowly start to round your back and lean back. Maybe tuck your chin to your chest. Again, you're not going to go far because you're holding onto your thighs. Help yourself come up, lengthen. And as you exhale, slowly round. Again, inhale. And exhale. You should start to feel a little bit of relaxation now that we're cooling down, right? Softening and releasing tension. And slowly come up. Good. From here, just straighten your legs out in front of you. And adjust yourself by sitting right on your sit bones. That means that you really find your little sit bones and you sit right on top of them. You can work with legs together or slightly apart. I prefer slightly apart, so I'm going to do that with my toes facing up, as if I'm still in Tadasana mountain pose, as if I'm still standing. My legs are still active. My toes are pointing up. I'm still spreading my toes. I'm lengthening my spine. And even sitting here, you might feel that you're getting a good stretch in back of your legs. And that's perfectly fine. If you want to, go ahead, reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Just like we were folding forward, standing up, we're gonna do this sitting down. So as you exhale, you wanna fold at the hips, not at the waist. Slowly fold forward. Now you can grab onto your ankles or to the outside. Keep a flat back. And then slowly come up, inhale. Again, exhale, fold. And then come up. And then fold. And then come up. Let's do 2 more. Fold. And then come up. Last one, fold. And then come up. Bring your arms down. Bend your knees. Now, just like I promised you, we were gonna come back to the floor. So scoot your hips forward. Carefully start to bend your elbows so you find your way on your back, just like you did at the beginning. We meet how we started the class. Okay, just bend your knees here. You can keep your eyes softly gazing towards the ceiling, or you can start to close your eyes. You could bring your palms down. Just take a few moments here to catch your breath. Just kind of check in with yourself again. Being happy that you arrived where you started. And even if you might have skipped some poses or skipped some reps, or that is totally fine. The whole thing is that you arrived and you are present with yourself and with your breath. And then just a reminder that yoga is a personal practice, so it doesn't necessarily mean you have to do the whole entire practice, right? It can just be a few poses. Good. And then from here, let's start to bring both our knees towards our body. Hold behind your thighs or your shins and just move from side to side. If you want to, go ahead and give yourself a little tight hug. Become more like a little ball. Maybe bring your head towards your knees. And then slowly start to unroll. Bring your feet down. Perhaps you might want to do a full body stretch. Straighten your legs out, down. Reach your arms back, maybe wiggle your toes and your fingers. Oh, there goes my fingers cracking. Been doing that a lot in the practice. And then go ahead, bring your arms down next to your body. Kind of wiggle your shoulders down. Separate your feet just a little bit. Turn the palms to face the ceiling. And once you're laying here, go ahead and close your eyes. Take a moment here to rest your body from your practice. You can stay here for as long as you can, as long as you want. Whenever you've had enough, I don't think you can get enough of Shavasana, but whenever you feel the need to come out of it, go ahead, wink your eyes open, excuse me, wiggle your toes, bend your knees, roll onto either right side or left side and come to a nice seated position. You can do legs crossed. You can extend your legs or you can bend your knees in front. And just stay for a few moments sitting down with your eyes closed and just be grateful. Give yourself a round of applause for the job and practice that you gave yourself, as well as me thanking you for joining me and being able to move in your practice, move your body from head to toe. So thank you very much. Namaste.